Hi guys, welcome once again to Nasaha with Naomi. I'm so glad that you could join me once again today for yet another show, and I know today it will be amazing. You are going to enjoy the show so much. But before we start, kindly, if you're new here, subscribe. Touch the subscribe button just below the screen. Kindly just press it so that you can be a member of this family. And welcome so much. I'm telling you to subscribe. I've not even welcomed you, so karibu sana, feel part of the family. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much, and thank you for your support. I don't take it for granted. Remember to follow me on Instagram, I'm Nasimiu Boaz, and on Facebook, I'm Naomi Nasimiu. So welcome so much. Today I want us to look at a very interesting topic, and the topic today is ways of handling conflict in your relationship. Ways of handling conflict in your relationship. So in any relationship, whether it is in a marriage, whether it is in you're in a dating situation, or you're engaged, at the workplace, in your family, maybe with your brothers and sisters and your parents, conflict is bound to happen. So we cannot avoid conflicts, but what matters is how we handle conflict when it arises. So I want us to look at ways we can handle conflict in a respectable way, in a way that we will be communicating to one another and not shouting and not yelling to one another. So way number one to handle conflict is create a welcoming environment for open communication. Create a welcoming environment for open communication. So yes, you're in a disagreement, maybe with your partner, with your spouse, with your fiance. So you are in a disagreement, you are having a conflict, and you've decided to sit down and talk so that you can resolve this conflict. Make sure that you create a welcoming environment and be open. Be open for communication. So don't say something when you mean something else. Don't be there. Maybe you are there, you're just quiet, you're angry, annoyed, you're quiet, you're not contributing to the conversation. So create a welcoming environment. Show your partner, show your friend, show your spouse that you also want to deal with this issue just the same way they want to deal with it. Show them you want to resolve this conflict just the same way they want to resolve. So for a conflict to be resolved, there has to be communication between two people, two or more people. So make sure that you are ready to talk. You are open to whatever direction this communication will take. Don't be rigid, don't be firm, don't be too hard on your partner or on your spouse. So create a welcoming environment. Way number two in which you can handle conflict in a good way is be calm and respectful. Be calm and respectful during heated conversations, because at times when you start talking, you're in a conflict and you start talking, you find that the conversation gets heated. Some things are too sensitive. So as you're talking, you find that the conversation is getting heated. The differences are being seen, and everyone wants their mind and their voice to be heard. So just ensure that even when the conversation is heated, that you remain calm and respectful. Don't start throwing glasses and breaking glasses and plates in the house. Don't start yelling at your partner. In fact, yelling at your partner or at your spouse is a sign of an abusive relationship. So make sure that you don't yell, make sure that you don't scream, don't start breaking things in the house, don't start attracting attention from the neighbors and from the people who are seated around you. Just be calm and respectful, even at the heat of the moment, even when it seems this person is not understanding what I'm saying. Just remain calm and respectable. Check your language. Don't use insulting language. Don't start calling your partner names. It shows that you don't respect them. So be calm and respectful during heated conversations. Another way number 3 in which you can handle conflict in your relationship is get to the root of the problem. Get to the root of the problem. Someone once said, and I'm going to read here, that sometimes when you argue with your partner, it is because someone's needs are not met. When you argue with your partner, most of the times, actually, it is not sometimes, you find most of the times when we argue in our relationships, in our marriages, when we argue with our family members, our brothers and sisters, it is because someone's needs, either ours or theirs, they have not been met. So as you are talking and conversing and trying to solve this issue that you have, can you make sure that you get to the root of the problem? So you find most of the times the issue will be, the main issue will be raised in other small issues that seem to be petty. Nowadays you're so late, you come from work so late, nowadays you don't have time for me. Nowadays you spend too much time with your friends. So you find that issues will arise as if they're different issues, but you find that the root of the problem is something totally different. So as you're conversing and talking and trying to solve this problem, can you be honest with yourselves? If it is you who is having an issue, be honest and try to get to the root of the problem. Because if you don't uproot this issue that is disturbing you, or the issue that is causing conflict in your relationship or in your marriage, every now and then you'll keep on fighting, you'll keep on arguing, you'll never experience peace. So get to the root of the problem. Another way in which you can handle conflict in your relationship is watching out for arguments that stem from a need to control. So this simply means that this one, actually, it is a red flag that you're supposed to watch out for. And this one is for people who are dating or in an engagement, that you watch out for arguments that stem from a need to control. So this happens when someone is raising arguments or raising up issues, things that they're not happy with about you, but in real sense nothing is wrong with you. Maybe you find most of the times they tell you are talking to your friends on the phone so much, you're spending too much time with your friends. I don't want you to work, I want you to stay at home, and yet you see you have financial needs. You see maybe his money or her money is not enough, and you have your qualifications, you want to go to work, but someone is completely against it without any good reason. Why? Because they want to keep you in control, they want to keep you in check. And most of the times these people will try to defend themselves by saying, I'm trying to protect you, I love you, I will take care of you. But you see, you don't have that fulfillment, and you have that, your conscience, your inner voice is telling you something is wrong somewhere. My friend, if you're in such kind of a relationship, because I've said this is specifically for people who are dating or engaged, if you're in such kind of a relationship where someone always brings up disagreements and conflict because they want to control you, then the best way is for you to walk out. Because once you get married, things will not change, they will remain the same, they will grow worse. So just walk out. If someone is trying to control you, they have a need to control you. So watch out for arguments that stem from a need for control or a need to control you. Another way of handling conflict, number 5 way, is find some middle ground. find a balance. Even if you don't agree, you find that for you to resolve a conflict, most of the times one person has to compromise, or both of you have to compromise. So if it reaches to a point that for us to agree, for us to have peace, I have to, lower my guard a little bit, and compromise a little bit, give in to your interests, and you also give in to mine, so that all of us calm down a little bit, we lower our principles a little bit, so that we can come to a balance. Then let it be so, for the sake of peace. So find some middle ground, find some neutral ground where all of you will be at peace in order to solve a conflict. Another way you can handle conflict is agree to disagree and choose your battles. Agree to disagree and choose your battles. So it is not everything that is worth arguing about. It is not everything. Sometimes let your partner, if something is not going to make a difference in your life, for example, I want to watch my soap opera, my husband wants to watch his football, and we can't agree, and we keep on fighting because of this thing, then even if I don't watch my soap for one day, my soap opera for one day, it will not make any difference in my life. The soap opera or this movie is not contributing anything to my life. So I will know this battle, I'm not going to fight it. Let it be, because it is not making any impact in my life. So agree to disagree. There are some things that you can't solve, and they don't make any difference. If I'm sitting with my husband and I say that, someone was saying, I'm sitting with my husband, na tunaangalia this cup, and then me, when I look, I see this cup is blue in color, and then my husband says this cup is not blue, it is red, then let it be red, because whether it is blue or red, it doesn't make any difference. It will be used for the same purpose. So there are some battles that you let them be. It is as if you are losing, but they are not worth your effort, they are not worth your time. So mnapata mmepingana, mmeshinda mkipigana na kukosana kila saa because of petty things that will not add any value, will not add any value to your life. They will not make any difference even after coming to a conclusion. So there are some battles that you just choose not to fight them. They are not for you. They are not making any difference. You fight battles that are worth fighting. Fight battles that will make a difference, that will make you to come out a better person, a more refined person. But hizi vitu zingine ndogo ndogo, just let them be. They don't make any difference. So choose your battles wisely. Now, the last one that you're going to look at today, consider if issues can be resolved or not in your relationship. Now, this is for people who are dating. Consider if the issues can be resolved or not. Because if you are dating, you're engaged, you're supposed to be having the time of your life. But there are some things there are some people, after getting married, maybe you're discussing about your future. Someone tells you, I don't want to have kids, and you want to have kids. These things, they are very sensitive. There are things that you can, and this person doesn't want to change. So just walk out, because you cannot resolve this. You want children, this one doesn't want children. This one wants to settle in Mombasa when they are old. This one wants to settle in Nairobi. So there are things that you cannot agree on. There are things that you can never agree on, and they are very sensitive. They affect your life. You, after getting married, you're a lady. You want, even after having children, you continue going to work. But this man says, once we get married and we have children, you stay at home. I'll be taking care of you. And you feel like, this is not it. Then walk out. You are not meant to be in this relationship. In any relationship, there should be mutual agreement, mutual considerations, mutual compromise. So if you cannot agree on anything, you cannot resolve major issues concerning life, then walk out, because this is not going to work for you. I'm so glad that you could join me for today. Thank you so much. If you're new here, I said kindly subscribe before leaving. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let us get the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm Nasimiu Boz. Facebook, Naomi Nasimiu. And until next time, I love you so much and God bless you.